Hey, I'm great. How about you guys? Y'all having fun? Speed versus greed, and winning is the only thing that matters in this one.
It's race week at Texas Motor Speedway, which means track president Eddie Gossage is in his element.
We're ready to go. I'm just chomping at the bit. Let's do it.
Gossage is the ultimate promoter. Catchy lines, wild ideas, nothing is too big. So it's no surprise to learn of his two major influences.
Muhammad Ali and Evel Knievel.
Fast! Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast!
Those kind of lessons, to me, were just, I love that about sports.
There's just one thing.
He's not the outgoing person. He's not the flamboyant. He's not the guy that wants to be on TV all the time.
Tuesday night I was on Channel 8 and I threatened I'm bringing a couple 100,000 people over to see Troy Dungan and Pete Delkus at home. I know where they live and we're coming over tonight if they mess this day up for us.
That's an act, but I can do it.
Oh, he most certainly can. He's done it for 25 years, always pushing his sport and his speedway to the masses in a saturated sports market.
Jerry and Mark Cuban are not small personalities. And not that we're competition, but we're competition with each other. We're all competing for the spotlight, or we're all competing for your dollar. We're all competing for your attention.
And that's not all they're competing over.
You could only fit 4.5 AT&T stadiums in our infield.
It's true what they say. Size matters.
He doesn't like to know that it's 4.5 times bigger than his, so I try not to say it often. Jerry, not very often at all.
Eddie steps down at TMS after this weekend's NASCAR All-Star race. A fitting way to end, because one of his biggest moments came in the lead-up to another All-Star race almost 30 years ago.
In '92, we put in lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the first time.
Gossage was the PR man in Charlotte, working for Bruton Smith, the owner of the Speedway. And he had hatched a plan to show off the new lights.
I had this giant box built that looked like something out of Frankenstein's lab.
And then something went wrong.
Bruton threw the switches, and when he did pyro, shoots up out the top of the box, and Bruton's on fire. He wears really nice clothes too, and his jacket's on fire, and he's dancing around putting his head out, and I would have fired me, About 4, 5, 6 months later, hey, let's go build a speedway.
Bruton put Eddie in charge, and it has been a show in Texas ever since. And nothing was ever too outrageous.
This is a good one. Monkey knife fighting. He wanted to see monkey knife fighting. Can you imagine a kid out of college, 20 years old, going, where have I gone? Who am I working for?
The knife fighting part was never really going to happen, but the monkeys did.
We'll have monkeys sell souvenir programs. It's all part of trying to make it a day where they go home and go, I cannot believe what all I saw today.
And Eddie was never afraid to mix it up with the fans.
There was a time when the infield at Texas Motor Speedway was a pretty rowdy place, okay? People were having fun in the infield. Nothing illegal, and I'll be dang if him and his buddies didn't dress up. I mean, they had wigs on, they had makeup on. I can't tell you who he sat down next to at one of these parties that were going on in the infield. I'll just tell you that it was a very influential person within the industry that was in the infield partaking in those festivities as well, and he never knew that was Eddie sitting there next to him. He never knew.
It's been a wild 25 years for Eddie Gossage at Texas Motor Speedway.
Man, my life has exceeded my dreams. As a kid, you couldn't think that you would grow up and build a grand stadium. Who does? Who builds a stadium? I got the privilege of doing that and running it then for 25 years. So, how can you ask for more in life? I'm the luckiest guy going.
At the house that Eddie built, I'm Mike Leslie.